Okay, we're just doing a little bit of start cage from a new shape thing. If we take that C shape pentatonic, and we start it from the third string from the top, fourth string from the bottom, we have to warp right up. The C shape, the fifth of that C shape's G shape, the fifth of that G shape is C shape right there. So there's our C shape once again on the top. Okay, and on the bottom, the fourth of that C shape is E shape. The fourth of that E shape is A shape. And the fourth of that A shape is D shape then on the bottom. Okay, that kind of worked out. Kind of did, kind of didn't. But if you just go up one string now, let's do the E shape on the bottom. So that E shape pentatonic would be, oh, the G, that would be a good G shape rather. G shape pentatonic would be. If we start that from the same notes, this is the same notes here. Okay, we're going to start that same shape from just one string up. I can tell you it's an E shape. No, it's a C shape. So it's a C shape. Alright, so from the G shape, you go down one string. What's the fourth of G, C right there? Now we can take it up in fifths. Ready? Fifth of that G shape string is the, now we can just skip every other letter in the word cage. So fifth of G, C-A-G-E-D is the D shape. Fifth of the D shape, skip C, it goes to the A shape. Fifth of the A shape, okay, C-A-G, skip the G, and we go to the E shape. Fifth of the E shape, skip the D, and guess where we're back at? Our C shape right there. Okay, so it works out. It works out. Notice it didn't go back to the G shape. It went to the cage that it was in, which was the C shape. Remember, I was like, oh, it's the C shape. There it is. So you go up in fifths. That's what it's all about with the the magic circle, you know. So you start, you start a G shape one string up, it becomes a C shape right there. Okay, start the G shape 1, 2, 3, 4 strings down, it becomes a C shape. Same thing. All right, so let's finish up this this discussion. And the reason why I'm using this is because rather than make a new chart to go back to basics, we'll just go back a few charts. So we got C-A-G-E-D, and these are the patterns. And I've replaced all these L's by what letter the first pattern is, the first string shape is. So the A starts 5-6 with an S4L and a 5-6. The G is a big old S5L from the get-go. Now remember what an S5L is? 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, a big 7, but it's good. But with the S5L, you're going to at least warp this top. And pretty much that's the one that's going to get warped over. Alright, so in that G-shape S5L, we're going to start on that G shape right here. Right here, S5L, and on top of that G shape is just going to be an S1G. Okay, so there it is. Now that's a G shape C. But if you were playing in the key of G down here, I'll do G because I'm not going to get in trouble with the key of G. notice any G you play, you can play that G shape down there in the G box. That's the G box for the G shape, for the key of G. Up here's the G box for the key of C. But I can play this C. Now notice it'll sound better, a little modal note, tonal focus note, start on the C in that scale, and it sounds better. Just have to pick the pattern back up. Doesn't sound like much now, but when you get into minors and minor modes, it starts to sound real good. So that's the G sound. And the E, we got an S1E and S4L, and then, you know, this older chart, I've changed this. I've since changed this. So let's use that as an opportunity to go to a newer chart. Alright, so we're looking here at 210, fret nut capo, long patterns, diatonic, modal focus. We were just talking a little about that. And we'll look at the E, S1E. Now the difference between this pattern right here and the pattern that I was looking at is it doesn't have a partial pattern. It's got three complete patterns: an S1E string shape definer, bottom string, string shape, E, string shape. What's that string shape? 7 root 2 with the E right there. That's why you'll always see the string shape labels on the accidentals that are surrounded by the string shape members. S1E, S2C, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root, starts on the C string shape, goes up one string. It's a 2-string pattern, so it goes through the D string shape to a G string shape too. And then we have S3D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 warped up, 7 root 2. But that's an S3D. It's a complete pattern. So let's play that. We've got an E shape here, up here, 7 root 2. So this is still C. This is an E shape C down here. But the E shape C is up here. It's 7 root 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2. I'll just say the patterns. S1E, S2C, S3D, S2C, S1D, S1E. Okay, so there you go. These are the new short patterns, and they work. Of course, you can play that in the key of C, although this is the long pattern. This chart is also focusing mostly on the longer patterns. Let's see what we got. Okay, so again, this is an older chart, a few charts ago, could have been week before last, where I had it set up so we're going to play partial S4Ls, but now we've changed the name of this to an S3C. So in the newer charts, you'll see this partial S4L is an S3C, and then a regular S3XL. For the